Since one of the highlights of the week is the new film from this director, let's start with a quote from his masterpiece. "The best plan is no plan at all." Indeed, unpredictability is one of the major themes of Parasite, the film that won the Oscar in 2019. Good evening, my friends. That's right, we've entered the shortest month of the year, and another week is just around the corner. But what better way to end the weekend than by watching the second part of our weekly news segment, What's New with the News? Today's theme, the seventh art. In the world of cinema, we have 2 trips to Japan, news about a highly successful saga, the well-known Eric Killmonger facing vampires, and, of course, the latest work from Bong Joon-ho. As for TV series, we have the usual American-style conspiracy, a trip to Victorian London, the legendary Han Solo in a Western, a Netflix title starring Caitlin Dever, and, of course, a biblical story of resilience that we all know, brought to us by Amazon Prime. YouTube, what about you? How was your weekend? I know you were already getting ready for your Sunday movie, curled up on the couch with popcorn and a blanket, but before you sit down, hit play on this video. Let's start with an action comedy title. Prime Video has released the trailer for The Killer's Game, an action film directed by J.J. Perry and starring Dave Bautista. The movie premiered on January 23rd on the platform and follows Joe Flood, a hitman mistakenly diagnosed with a terminal illness. After ordering his own assassination, he discovers the error and must fight the hired killers, who also threaten his ex-girlfriend. It's still away, but we have news about a hit title. Paramount Pictures plans to release Sonic the Hedgehog 4 on March 19, 2027, according to Variety. The sequel was announced before the premiere of Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which topped the U.S. box office. The third film grossed $60.1 million on its opening weekend and surpassed $100 million in North America within 8 days. Keanu Reeves has joined the cast of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 as Shadow the Hedgehog. And now, a double trip to Japan. The live-action film adaptation of Miyaruko-chan has unveiled a new teaser and visual, confirming its premiere for June 6th. Nano Kahara, who stars in the live-action Oshi no Ko, plays Miko Yotsuya alongside Rinka Kumada and Nai Nano. The film also introduces an original character, Akio Gondo, played by Koki Yamashita. Yoshihiro Nakamura is both the screenwriter and director. Staying in the Land of the Rising Sun. The live-action adaptation of Bad Boys has released a new teaser, introducing additional cast members. Issei Mamahara, from the boy band JO1, will play the protagonist Tsukasa Kiriki, a wealthy young man who decides to become a delinquent. Tatsuro Nishikawa directs and co-writes the screenplay with Kento Mineo. The film, distributed by Toei, is set to premiere on May 30th and is based on the manga by Hiroshi Tanaka. Continuing with a title about one of history's most significant events, Paramount has released the trailer for The Man with the Iron Heart, a World War II drama based on the book HHHH. The film depicts the mission of 2 resistance fighters to assassinate Reinhard Heydrich, one of the architects of the Final Solution. Starring Jason Clarke and Rosamund Pike, this true story highlights courage and sacrifice. The cast also includes Jack O'Connell, Jack Rayner, and Mia Wasikowska. MichaelBJordan in a double role, with vampires in the mix? Sinners has released a new trailer, revealing vampires and promising a dark story starring MichaelBJordan. Directed by Ryan Coogler, the film follows twin brothers Elijah and Elias as they return to their hometown, only to discover a sinister evil. The plot suggests that blues music may have played a role in summoning the creatures. The cast also features Haley Steinfeld, Delroy Lindo, and Jack O'Connell. The movie premieres on April 18th. And to end on a high note, what better than a new film from an Oscar winner? Mickey 17, the latest film from Parasite director Bong Joon-ho, stars Robert Pattinson as a worker who literally dies to make a living. The cast includes Naomi Ackie, Stephen Yeun, Toni Collette, and Mark Ruffalo. Bong also produces the film alongside Didi Gardner and Jeremy Kleiner. Promising an innovative cinematic experience, the film is set to premiere on March 5th and is based on the novel by Edward Ashton. To start, there's nothing like a good presidential conspiracy. Hulu kicks off the year with Paradise, a political thriller starring Sterling K. Brown and James Marsden. This 8-episode series follows the aftermath of the U.S. president's assassination, with his security team involved in the mystery. The plot takes place in an elite community shaken by a shocking crime. The cast also includes Julianne Nicholson, Sarah Shahi, and Nicole Bryden Bloom. It premiered on the platform last Tuesday, January 28th. From the U.S. president's death to the streets of Victorian London, Hulu unveiled the trailer for AThousandBlows, a crime series created by Stephen Knight and inspired by true stories from the violent East End of London in the 1880s. The story follows Hezekiah and Alec, two Jamaican friends fighting to survive on the brutal streets of Victorian London, facing the feared boxer Sugar Goodson. The cast includes Malachi Kirby, Francis Lovehall, Aaron Doherty, and Stephen Graham. The series will premiere on February 21st on the platform. You can't miss the usual trip to the East. MBS announced a live-action adaptation of Osamu Tezuka's manga Apollo's Song, Apollo no Uta, which will premiere on February 18th as part of the Dramaism block. The series will be a modern take on the 1970 dark fantasy story. Shori Sato plays the protagonist Shogo Chikaishi, a college student traumatized by love, while Akari Takaishi plays Hiromi Watari, Shogo's childhood friend who dreams of becoming a singer. From Japan to Korea, a hit webtoon adaptation. NBC announced that the live-action adaptation of the webtoon Bunny and Her Oppas will premiere on April 14th. Based on the popular Kakao webtoon, the series follows Bunny, Jung Eui-ro, a brilliant sculpture student who is labeled a dating idiot after a failed romance. Her life changes when several charismatic men, known as oppas, enter her world. Did you think Netflix wouldn't show up? Think again. Netflix's miniseries Apple Cider Vinegar, about Australian influencer Belle Gibson, premieres on February 6th. The story follows two young women trying to cure fatal diseases through health and wellness, influencing global online communities. The show, described as almost real based on a lie, explores the rise and fall of a wellness empire, the culture that sustained it, and the people who destroyed it. And when Indiana Jones meets Queen Elizabeth II, this happens. The official trailer for Season 2 of 1923 prepares for an intense battle over the Dutton Ranch, returning to Paramount Plus in February. The series continues the story of Jacob, Harrison Ford, and Cara Dutton, Helen Mirren, as they fight for their land. The season, which will end the show, also serves as a sequel to 1883. The trailer reveals conflicts, including Donald Whitfield's, Timothy Dalton, plans to take the Dutton land. The last news of the day is a story we all know. Amazon Prime Video released the trailer for House of David, an epic biblical series that will premiere its first 3 episodes on February 27th. Michael Iskander, chosen after an international search, plays David, who becomes the king of Israel, facing Goliath, Martin Ford, and navigating love and loss. The cast also includes Ali Suleiman as King Saul, Ayelet Zurer as Queen Ahinoam, and Stephen Lang as Samuel.
You look pretty as a picture in it.
Feels like I'm putting on airs. Daddy'd say dresses is for folks who tell folks like us what to do.
Well, everybody's got his ways and I got mine.
Miss Max, you ever ask about me?
And since Han Solo meant Indiana Jones playing cowboy was one of the big protagonists of the week, we leave you with this quote: "I've got a bad feeling about this." Both characters, played by Harrison Ford, say this phrase frequently. There must be a reason for that. Which news did you like the most? In movies, we had the latest title from Bong Joon-ho, with Robert Pattinson in the spotlight. We saw MichaelBJordan take off his boxing gloves and pick up weapons to hunt down vampires. And we also had a film that shows the human side of those involved in World War II. In TV series, we got another Old West classic with Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren, another Netflix series that promises to be a hit, another title from the brilliant mind behind Peaky Blinders, and of course the story of David, one of the most important kings of Israel, who defeated an enemy that was supposedly unbeatable. Leave a like on the video using the virtual button and share it on social media and with your friends. Have an amazing week, and tomorrow we'll be back to wrap up this week's news.